In this video, guys, we're going to talk about escaping the matrix. And for those of you that don't know what the matrix is, we're living in it. The matrix is reality. And the reality of this world that we're living in absolutely sucks. So, how do you escape the matrix? How do you escape the reality that we're living in? Because I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I'm not really involved in the reality that we're so-called living in right now because I'm outside the box. But there's a lot of people, and most people in this world are inside this box. Not everybody is. There's definitely people outside the box. There's definitely a good amount of people outside the box, but there's so many more that's inside that box, which is the matrix. You want to get outside the box. You want your freedom. You want to be able to breathe. You want to be able to think your own thoughts and do your own things. You don't want to be like these people. Because these people are demonic. These people want you to believe what they believe. They want to program you the way they are programmed. They don't want you to be open-minded. They don't want you to be yourself. They're trying to trap you in the matrix, which they are trapped in themselves. So, if you want to escape the matrix, you have to eliminate. I'm just going to start giving you guys some pointers right now on what you have to do to actually get closer and closer and closer to escaping the matrix. You have to eliminate a lot of no good people that is in your life. No good people that is in your life are people that are just not benefiting you in any way, shape, or form. Not only are they not benefiting you, they are holding you down. They're not letting you be yourself. They think you're somebody that you're not. They look at you as somebody, they look at you like somebody that you're not, and it just like brings you down. It's just like I said, these people are in the matrix. They're trying to keep you stuck. They're trying to keep you trapped. They don't want you to be yourself. They don't want you to think your own thoughts. Because they are trapped. They are not who they're supposed to be. They want to paint you in that same picture. You have to get rid of so many people. You have to watch who you're following on social media platforms. You have to watch who you're paying attention to. You have to watch out for all these things. You have to be very careful of who is in your life. You have to limit time around all these no good types of people. Something else you have to do. You have to eat clean. You can't be eating shit food. You can't be eating junk food. You can't be eating bags of potato chips and expect to be a free thinker, because it's just going to bring you down. It's going to bring your vibration down. You're not eating healthy. You're not eating the right foods. And my rule with this is you can eat anything that grows in the ground. You can eat anything that's natural like that. Just limit the processed stuff as much as possible. The less stuff that you eat that is processed, the more woke you will be. The more processed stuff you eat, the less woke you are. Drink lots of water. Be careful where you work. Because you could be doing all the right things, and this is something I learned on my spiritual awakening journey. You could be doing all the right things, and there could be one thing holding you back. Just one. And I mean, you could be doing so many things that's right, and there could be one damn thing that's holding you back. It could be an environment that you're going to every day, like maybe your job. It could be something else. But let's just say, for example, it's your job that you're going to, and there's a bunch of clowns where you work, and they're very negative towards you. They're very bitter, hateful, envious, jealous, all these things like around you, and they're just doing nothing but bringing you down, trying to make you think like them, trying to make you talk like them, trying to make you be like them, because you probably don't make them very comfortable. They want to be comfortable, and they want to get comfortable by disrespecting you. So if you are around an environment like this every single day for hours, you will never make it. And you will forever be trapped, because there's nothing you can do when you're around that type of negativity. There ain't nothing you can do. You will be trapped. Even if you go, let's say, to a gym or something like this, it could be any gym, anywhere in the world, and if there's just negative people there, they're haters. They don't want to see you do good. There's just this very bitter, toxic energy towards you. They're just not nice to you. They're just not. They have nothing good to say about you. They just want to bring you down. All the things they're saying is just hateful stuff. Like, you have to get away from that energy. They're doing this because they're jealous. You don't see people that are doing good for themselves hating on other people, trying to bring them down. They are 1000% jealous of you. They are 1000% haters. So you get away from these people. You do what you got to do, and keep doing it right. And when it comes to cutting off certain people, to escape the matrix, you might have to cut off your own damn parents. You might have to cut off your own damn family, or lifelong friends that you used to have. Because on my journey, I eliminated everybody from my life. I eliminated every single thing. None of these people have any say over me. None of these people have anything over me. And I honestly, I felt very trapped, because everyone's trying to hold me down at one point in my life. Everybody's trying to paint this picture of who they want me to be. I let so many people down for the better. I let so many people down in a way where I disappointed them, because I'm not who they want me to be to benefit their own shit ass life. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. I ain't benefiting you. Nothing but leeches. Nothing but negative people. Nothing but takers, stealers, gossipers. I ain't living my life for you. And watch how mad they get whenever you live your life for you. And you're not taking nothing from nobody. You're not taking nothing from them. But the fact that they can't use you the way they want to use you makes them so mad. And the fact that you're succeeding and you're doing it way better than them. In fact, they're not even close to succeeding. They're doing the most lamest shit you could possibly think of. And you're actually succeeding. You're actually looking better. You're actually doing better. You're actually doing the damn thing. And you're so much more powerful than they are now. Oh, they're so bitter. They're so bitter. And they're just going to try to keep you trapped more and more and more. You have to be above all of that nonsense. You can't pay attention to it. You just have to keep going and never look back. Accept that you will never be in these people's lives ever again. Never. And they're never going to come up with you. They're never going to do the right things to come up with you. Never. Because like I said, they don't know how to go up like that. You know why? Because they're so far behind. All they know how to do is take from other people. That's the only thing they're going to do with you. They don't have it in them to climb up. They don't have it in them to stay positive and to keep their good energy, to be a decent human being, to stay in your life. Because if they could do that, anybody could be in your life. Anybody could be in anybody's life. I could have been worse enemies with somebody, and they could have completely changed their ways, and I could forgive them. It's things like that. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. It doesn't matter about right now. Honestly, what matters is who you are right now in front of me. To the point where if I'm going to have any kind of relationship or connection or friendship or anything like that with you, it depends who you are right now in front of me. I don't care about anything else. We could have been, like I said, worse enemies in the past. We could have fought each other in the past, things like this. And you could have really got your shit together and changed as a human being. I can completely overlook anything like that that's ever happened in the past. But it all comes down to what's in front of you right now. If it's good for you, and it's good for them, it can work. If it's good for them, and it's not good for you, it's not going to work. If it's good for you, and it's not good for them, it's not going to work. Things have to line up. And a lot of relationship stuff work like this as well. Like, you might feel yourself, like you could be so good for the right girl right now. But she's not right for you right now. This is something I have learned myself over time, because it's like, I can't understand why things just can't work out with this girl. For one, she is not who you think she is right now either. She is not as good as you think she is. That's not who she is. In fact, she's wearing a mask all the time. That's not who she is at all. So that's what I learned about females. You can't blame them. You can't think anything like that of them, because you don't know what someone's actually going through. You don't know who people really are in the time. So you can't force anything on anybody. You can't just expect somebody to be who they're just not, even though you think they're this person. So it's like, why can't this work? Because you're tricked. They tricked you in the first place, and that's why you think this way. They're not who you think they are at all. So it's all about understanding life, guys. It's all about understanding these things and how they work. There's no way in hell I'm ever going back to the third dimension. I'll tell you that. The third dimension is the Matrix. The third dimension is the Matrix. I ain't never going back there. I'm way too far ahead of that now, and I'll be broke living outside before I ever go back to the Matrix. And I'm not even joking. It's that bad. It's that bad. It's just negative. It's dark. People say it's lonely at the top. It's way worse at the bottom. And when I say the bottom, I mean dead ass in the Matrix. Like putting up with people you don't want to put up with every single day. Hating your life because you hate where you are, and you hate the people around you, and you hate this and you hate that. You have to get out of that energy. You have to get out of those frequencies. Because it's all these people that have a lot of hate, they can't get out of those situations themselves. Because they just can't muster it together. They can't make the right decisions. They can't save enough money. They can't do this. They can't do that. They don't have enough discipline. They don't want it bad enough. And they want to stay in their current positions and just complain and bitch and moan and do all these things and bring everybody else down. And it's just such bad energy. You have to get out of there. You need your peace. Peace and freedom and happiness and all these things is more important to me than money. And it's true, because I had all these things before I even had any money at all. I was basically broke, and I had these things first, and then money started to come. And you just keep building on these things. You want more money, you want more peace, happiness, freedom. You want more of all these things. You just keep building it up and up and up and up and up. And you can do that by setting your intentions straight. And this is how you get out of the Matrix. You run this life. You run the ship. It's your program. You're not being programmed by other people or something else. You run the ship. You call your life how you want to call it. You do the things you want to do. But you have to set your intentions straight. And a lot of people don't want it as bad as they say they want it. A lot of people don't want these things badly enough. They just want it given to them. They don't want to have to put in any effort or work for it when you have to work for it. And it's these types of people that would rather go and party every single weekend and spend a whole bunch of money that they really don't have. Being dumbasses. And they wonder why they just can't get it right. Because they can't go even a little bit of time. They can't even go one damn weekend without just kicking it off and going nuts, spending a whole bunch of money and wondering why, like I said, that they can't get it together. Just complete dumbasses. You have to make sacrifices. You have to save your money. You have to make smart investments. You have to know what you want and what is most important, because you put the most important things first. You know what's not important? Partying on the damn weekend, spending all your money on booze, and then fast food, and maybe taxis, and girls, and this, and that, and that, and this. A hotel room, condoms, you name it. Some people are nuts, bro. I'm telling you. Nuts. And they can't get it right, because they can't just settle down for a second to set their intentions straight, to put themselves in a better position. They don't get it. Life ain't a game, but at the same time it is a game when you have to play it right. I hope that made sense. It's not a game because you can't play, but at the same time it is a game because you have to play right. And when I say it's not a game, what I mean by this is, don't just play around as if it is just a stupid game that you can just exist and you get to do what you want and live a mindless life, because you shouldn't do that. If you're going to play it with strategy. You need strategy in life. What are you going to do? Where are you going to go without a strategy? Without thoughts? Without a plan? Nobody has a plan. Nobody has a game plan. And everyone's complaining that they're stuck in these terrible situations. You don't have a plan. You're not setting your intention straight. You don't know what you're doing. It's really not that hard to set clear intentions. It's not easy to pull through on these things because it does take a lot of discipline and sacrifices and all these things. But in the end, you have to do what makes you happy. And you know how empty it is waking up on a Sunday after you spend all that money and you're just so far behind that it's not even funny? That's way more painful than putting in the work and the discipline. So it's things like this. You guys get my points. This is what it takes. This is what a lot of people are not willing to do. And when you're doing this, don't expect everybody else around you to do these things either, because they're not going to do it. Do you think I did these things with a whole bunch of mates and we all had a blast doing it? Absolutely not. Guess who was there around me to do the things that I did to get where I needed to go? Nobody. You think they're willing to do that? They can't even finish a workout in the gym because they think it's too much. Too much work, too much discipline. It's too much. That's like pixie dust to me today. Are you kidding me? I've been doing this now for the longest time. The gym I'm on a regular day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sometimes Saturday, gym twice a day. On the weekends I might go once a day. And on Sundays. And do extra stuff too. Like extra exercise, just in random places. Whether I'm playing a sport, whether I'm playing basketball, whether I'm doing something. It's always go, 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 go. It's all about that work. It's all about that grind. It's all about that discipline. To get yourself out of the matrix. You just don't want to be controlled. You don't have to live a perfect, flawless life. You just don't want to be controlled. You want your peace. You want your freedom. You want your happiness. You want all these things to yourself. You don't want any of these people ruining your good energy. You don't want to be around people that's peer pressuring you into doing things that are not good for you. Like smoking cigarettes or doing drugs or going out on the weekends with them and just being a dumbass. You don't want to do that. You don't want to live that life. So get out of the third dimension. Get to the fourth, get to the fifth. Just like me. And just like everybody else in this world that is doing that, because that is where the happiness is. And nothing is still perfect. It's always going to be what's the next thing. But it gets better. Things just keep getting better and better and better. You just want to level up all the time. There is no end to it. Like thinking back, I'll end the video with this, thinking back to when I was like 18, 19, or whatever, like around that age. Like, you just think to yourself, like, I wish I was where I am right now, like back then. Now that you're here at this age with the things you have currently and where you're at, where you stand, it just becomes normal again. Now it's the next things, now it's the next things, now it's the next things. And it's always going to be like that, but at the same time, it is much better. Like, things are much better now than it ever was, like, when I was younger. But like I said, it is going to be the next things. And it's not like when you get those next things, it's just going to feel empty, because I don't feel empty. It's going to keep going and going and going and going and going. And it's going to get better and better and better and better and better. If I was to be who I was when I was 19, 20-ish, let's say, just like that, I'd feel much more emptier. I'd feel much more, I don't know, just like not where I should be type thing, if that makes sense. You want to keep going. That is the key to life. You just keep going and going and going and going. You don't sit on an accomplishment. You don't sit on a destination that you land to and think life should just be awesome now. No, it's not like that. You have to keep moving and moving and moving. Always, no matter what. You don't get complacent. And things do get better. So, but anyways, I'll end the video there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this talk. If you have to rewatch it, there's a lot of information in this video. There's a lot of quick information that I released in this video. So just don't forget about these things that you have to do. And don't make something else too. It's not only about what you do, it's also about what you don't do. Don't make the dumb decisions. Don't make decisions that's going to keep you trapped. Like, this is just an example. Some people buy like pets, like dogs, cats, things like this, and then they can't really like move with them, or like their resources is limited now because they can't go to a pet friendly apartment or wherever they're going to go, right? Like, you have to be smart. You can't just make impulsive decisions that could potentially keep you trapped. Like, you have to be smart. You have to map out what you're doing. You should, like, I know a lot of young people too that buy dogs that it's just like, it kind of keeps them stuck. It kind of keeps them trapped. And it's like they just plan on going all the time, moving. And it's like, if you're going to buy a pet, you want to make sure that you are at a destination where you're going to be there for a decade, like plus. And it's not like you can't find a pet-friendly place to live. You can. It's just going to be harder. You have to be smart. That's what I'm saying, because these things take up a lot of time. They take up a lot of energy. You have to be smart with your life, period. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to end it there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this talk. Like I said, I'm going to get out of here now. I'm getting tired as hell. It's in the middle of the night. I stayed up a little bit late tonight to watch the playoffs because my team was playing tonight, and it was a hell of a game. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more videos. Until next time, guys, peace out.